that was a lovely speech, Mel. No notes, you're better than me.
Trying to get together for the Roy Emerson Statue. I think it's well deserved. He's done such great things for tennis. And not only that, he's probably one of the greatest ambassadors tennis or Australia has had in the tennis field. MO, as he's all known to his fellow mates, always in the same spirit. Even when he was coming up, any wins didn't, but because he had two sisters here today, which probably kept him under thumb, is that right? But Roy was a great character. He liked to have a lot of fun, and I can remember in '55 when we were over there at Forest Hills in New York, and some of the girls got talking to Roy, and I was sitting around there, and the young ones, and of course they were very naive. When they found out Australian tennis players coming, they'd all get around and look, and they thought we may be some aliens. No, that's honestly, and anyway, Roy would get together, and then they'd ask Roy about the kangaroos and so forth, and he said, oh look, he said, Mum, when she goes shopping, she doesn't take a trolley or anything, she takes a kangaroo and just puts it in the pouch, all the shopping, and the girls said, did you hear that? Did you hear that? And they went on, and I'd have to walk away. I couldn't stop laughing. And he said, because we use them as ball boys up there. He said, they get across the court so quickly and just put the ball in a pouch. And this is honestly, and all the young girls, they walked away and just could not believe it that he'd do that. There's a lot of times, Roy, once he lost a match at Wimbledon, and I happened to be in the dressing room after I was there. I forget what year it was. And he lost a very close match to someone he should have won. And he's in having a shower and he's singing away, and a guy came up to him next to me. He said, is that Roy Emerson? And I said, yeah. He said, he just lost a match. And he's in the shower singing away, and nothing worried him at all. And as he said, while he was going in and brooding, he said, that's not going to win the match for me. So I think that was a great thing in him. I never ever saw Roy throw a racket in all my times, and I saw him play a lot of matches, a lot of close, hard matches, and he had such a great temperament, and he was a great competitor. Because along he and I think Rod Laver are the only two players, what I know of, has won every Grand Slam at least twice. And a lot of them, you get Nadal, Federer. Federer's only won the French once, and Nadal has only won Wimbledon once. So it's a great honour, and Roy won 6 Australians, 2 French, 2 Wimbledons and 2 US. He would have won the 3rd Wimbledon in 65 or 66 when he crashed into the umpire's chair and hurt his shoulder where he couldn't, he finished the match. And that's the way Roy is. He said he was not going to forfeit. So he finished the match, but he couldn't serve at all because tossing the ball up. And, he was one of the greatest backhand volleys I think tennis has ever seen. Maybe Tony Roach was another close one. He was in doubles, he was one of the best doubles players I think we've produced. He won 6 French doubles championships with 5 different partners. And that tells you roughly, what a great doubles player he was. And not only a single player, he's a great competitor. Fitness, there was no one fitter than that, Roy. Because when he went to the Brisbane Grammar, he used to go into every event, possibly on their sports day. And he held the long jump there, I think, for about 27 years. And that was probably, could have been his 4th, 5th, or 6th event for the day. So, he was a great athlete. Because I played a bit with Roy later on when we became seniors, and his backhand volley, he'd have one knee nearly on the ground and he'd just hit the heck out of it and keep it in play. And he was just incredible volley, and I think he'd get a lot of money if he could sell it to the top players of today. I know we were playing at doubles, he and I were playing Rosewell and Laver, and we got a match point where all over the net having a heck of a volley, and Laver just crunches one just to the left side of Roy, and Roy goes behind his back and just nails it down the middle. And he jumps up with joy because they gave us the match, and he hugged me and nearly broke my back. And he said, "Guys," he said, "you got to have better shots than that if you want to win." He always liked to rub it into, you know, people. And one other time, Roy and I were playing Neil Fraser and Ashley Cooper on 500 on a train coming back from Budapest just before they had the big uproar there in '56. And Roy and I happened to be getting good cards and beating them, and because Roy just loved to rub it into Ash and Neil. And next minute we're going along and Ash picks the cards up and throws them out the window, so that was it. But, you know, he's a great character. He runs a lot of different programs over in America. He went over in '68 for 2 years, and he's still there. So, because he was going to play most of the tennis when he was playing over there was in America. So, unfortunately, we don't see much of him. But I know he'd love to have been here today, Roy. And you know, I just congratulate Hazel and whoever is involved in getting this up and running. And you know, it'd be a great honour. And I know that he would like to pass on his best and congratulations. And sorry that he can't be here because at the moment he's got enough problems on his plate. But again, thank you very much, and to you, Peter and Hazel, just keep the good work going. Thank you.
And as I said, Mel is a true gentleman, and what I didn't mention, and I should have, was that Mel was actually a Grand Slam winner. He unseededly won the American Grand Slam. And Daphne is the prime reason, Mel tells us, and that, you know, he was threatened with going into camp during his honeymoon, and so the option was either win the Grand Slam and basically miss out on your honeymoon, so Daphne won the day. And you, I know that's one of your better stories, so I hope I haven't pinched your thunder, but I know that you've got 1,001 better, really great stories. So. And there's something else I was going to say about on that line.
Hard-working mayor, who just about put his job on the line, I'd say, with Main Roads. And I'm just going to ask him now to unveil our little surprise. We were told, apparently, or the council were told, that we could not have a name attached to the word museum because cars would be driving along and bumping into one another. It would be okay to have the word museum, they wouldn't bump into that. So there's more to be said for Roy Emerson than we know. So this is a replica of what we're having, would that be correct? So on behalf of Blackbutton District, who's going to help?
Mark and Deputy Lord Mayor, first of all, I'd like to say how honoured I am in having my name to this beautiful facility here at Frew Park.